You are now entering the dojo of Mojo and the Thrive Time Show.
Can I kick it? Yes, you can. 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 This is Clay Clark on the mic again. Myopic focus, tunnel vision. I'm focused on the mission to teach you the skills and give you the plans. Broadcasting from my lands to the left, to the Portlands. I'm here to tell you you can do it, yes you can. And now my friend, you got two fans. He be the Z, comma, ands. I'll be the C, yes, ands. Now let's kick it like Batman, bam, and get a little nuts like pecans. Thrive Nation, hello, salutations, greetings. I cordially welcome you back to the dojo of Mojo Faux Show. My name is Clay Clark. I'm the former USSBA Entrepreneur of the Year, sent here on a mission to get you into a great financial position. But one of the things that we're talking about today is probably the thing that no one wants to talk about the most, which is why I'm going to have to be in rare form today to sell you on the vision of this. It's 8 game-changing accounting moves for small businesses.
You got to know these things.
People will tell me, and I've been coaching for a long time, and I've helped a ton of clients get into success. And before they start looking at the numbers, every single time, before they look into the numbers, it's like they are 40. They're not making any money. They're barely surviving. So people are like, yeah, you've been in business for 20 years. And they're going, yeah, I have. Yeah, I've been in business for 20 years. And other people are saying, why is everyone in this story talking like that? And you're going, listen here, I've been in business for 20 years. I've been serving the community. I've been plumbing like you wouldn't believe, like a boss. I mean, I've been roto-rootering, because people will put crazy things into toilets. And I've just been going there and getting it out. And I've been out there just putting on the best siding in Oklahoma for over a decade now. And I've been fixing the brakes for Oklahoma for over 20 years now. I've been pouring the crap out of concrete, I'll tell you that. Why is everybody in your story talking so weird? Well, I'll tell you why, because we're talking about accounting, and no one gives a crap about accounting. And so what happens is I've been making a ton of money, and so I'm just able to bring in that money and just bring it in. Well, how much are you keeping? Well, I'll tell you, we bring in a ton of money. Well, how much do you keep? Well, I'll tell you, we bring in a ton of money. I say we bring in a ton of money.
Just got to bring in more.
I'll bring in a bunch of money. Well, why do you? I have a question, Mr. Business Owner. It looks like you got a little, it looks like you're hauling a trailer there. It looks like you got a trailer. Oh, that's right. I got the nicest trailer in town. And it looks like you got a lot of grain on that fancy trailer. You have a nice trailer. I tell you, I do. Looks like you drive down the road pretty fast with that trailer. I do. Looks like there's about a 6-foot hole in the middle of that trailer, and all the grain falls out the middle while you're driving. Well, that's why I go faster.
Got to get there quicker.
That's
how you save money.
I'll tell you what. No, I've nailed it. Now I'm gonna scale it. I'll go faster. No, and what happens is people are just not making any money. You're not making any money. You're not making any money not because you're an idiot, not because you're a bad guy, but now that you've encountered this information, if you choose not to do anything with it, you then would be an idiot. I mean, because again, that'd be tough. That's a tough statement to say. But let me look up the definition of idiot real quick here, Chup. I want to share this with you.
All right, I want to know. Don't you say my name, Clay.
Say my name, say my name.
Oh,
when I'm looking stuff up on the internet
Chup
while
is not
people
an
are
idiot.
waiting.
Yeah.
Chup's not an idiot.
Thank you.
Say my name, say my name. I'm looking up definitions. This is probably the most boring thing I've ever encountered. Oh, okay. So an idiot is a foolish or stupid person. It is a person affected with extreme mental retardation. Another way to say an idiot is it's somebody who doesn't understand the law of cause and effect. So let me just give you an example. I've got in my hand, I've got a water bottle in my hand. Give me just a second. Let me finish. Shep, I'm going to finish consuming this water.
Okay,
this
here
exercise.
he goes. Now we're going to have the bottle is empty now, folks, if you can't see because it's on the radio. Now we're ready.
Now, if I had this water bottle and I hit myself in the face, that stinks. I take my glasses off so I can really rear back and whack it. Like,
oh my god!
I go, just hit the. This is starting to get red. It's starting to get red. Oh, it hurts. Just you keep going. And I go,
don't stop.
I don't know what's going on, but my face is getting red. I know, right there. Chips my face, and you keep hitting yourself in the face, and people are going, dude, stop it. It's making your face.
You're bleeding. Clay, you're bleeding.
Chip, why is my face getting red? And you go, it's because you're hitting your face with a bottle.
I don't understand.
Oh, I'm hitting it with a bottle.
Oh.
Perhaps I should hit. My theory is that 2 negatives make a positive. So if I really smash my face.
Oh, so you need another bottle.
I'll beat the red right out of it. I'll get back to.
Oh, gosh.
I got to get the pail. Bring back the pail. That's what people do all the time, though, and it's
Yes.
like insanity. I don't understand it, and I'll tell you, I don't. I struggle to understand this.
Well, I see this a lot, and in a good, this relates to like the same way people treat their health a lot, or maybe their relationships. They do their finances the same way, and you say it all the time, and it's they have to have a breakdown before they have their breakthrough.
Come on now.
And that's what we're trying to keep you from having is a financial breakdown within your business, because if you run out of cash, if you run out of the lifeblood of your business, you can't pay your people and they quit, then you can't fulfill on your promises and you go out of business. So don't wait for the breakdown. Go ahead and have that breakthrough right now and listen to what this fine man with a small red spot on his face is saying.
It hurts so much. I sacrifice for the listeners.
My body.
Okay, so step 3. Step 3. You want to automate your success. What does it mean to automate your success?
Yes.
What you want to do, and again, this is step 3 from Paul Hood, the book that we did together called A Look Under the Hood. So I'm going to turn my Look Under the Hood book. By the way, he'll give you a copy of this if you come to one of our workshops here. Okay, so I'm going to turn in the book to page 24.
Turn in the book.
And Chuck, I want to make sure you cite this on the show notes. This is page 24 here. So page 24. If you look at the book under the hood here, he talks about what you want to do is you want to cut your expenses by 3%. So whatever you're spending right now, cut your expenses by 3%. Are we cool with that, Mr. Business Owner? Can we do that? Just look at all your expenses, find something. I can't cut anything at all. Get rid of cable. I can't. Siphon internet from your neighbor. Do something. Cut your expenses by 3%. Have one cell phone. I can't possibly have one car. Do something. There's a friend of mine who used to be a teacher, and we have a really sad but fun story. He lost his son in a terrible, terrible car accident, and his son was my best friend. So that's the bad part. Then he had a breakthrough. He realized, gosh, my wife is working as a school teacher, and she doesn't make a lot of money, and we have a second car so she can drive to work, and then we have a babysitter to watch our kids because she's at work, which costs a lot of money.
Right.
So when they did the math, they realized, you know what? We actually come out ahead to not have a car, to not have a second car, to not have a second phone, and to not have our kids go to daycare. And the reason why we had the kids was so we could spend time with them. We did not have kids to have someone else raise them.
Not see them.
I know these are offensive ideas. I'm a countercultural kind of human. I'm doing math. So they came to me and they said, do you recommend that my wife stops working? I said, yes. And so she stopped working. And to this day, she doesn't work. And her kids are almost out of high school now, and they've told me numerous times it was a life-changing moment.
That's great.
So, again, but you want to automate your success. So, 1, you want to cut your expenses by 3%. Then move number 2, here it is. You want to save 3% of your income and invest it into something. That's it. Automate your savings. You just go to your financial advisor, go to hoodcpas.com, or some financial planner. I mean, go to Paul Hood or somebody and have them just save 3% of your gross revenue into something. You want to automate your success. You want to set it and forget it. So I try to set it and forget it in all areas of my business. And Chuck, for our office supplies, I don't want to have to think about, are we out of toner?
Right.
I don't want to think about it. I want to make sure we always have enough toner.
Do we have paper?
And so I reached out to Onyx. Hooked on Onyx, Chuck, works for me. What do they do for us, my friend?
So Onyx, they are a local one-stop shop here in Tulsa for all of your business office needs. Office supplies, they have same and next day delivery. They price match against any of the big guys or any of the other guys out there. And they will actually, if you have a problem with your printer, Clay, that can shut your business down for the day.
If you go to, again, it's onyximaging.com, ONYXimaging.com. Tell them Clay Clark sent you. They'll beat anybody's prices on all of your office supplies and printing supplies. Automated. Stay tuned.
Attend the world's best business workshop led by America's #1 business coach for free by subscribing on iTunes and leaving us an objective review. Claim your tickets by emailing us proof that you did it and your contact information to info@thrivetimeshow.com.
All right, Thrive Nation, welcome back to the conversation. We're talking about 8 game-changing accounting moves for small business. What if I have a large business? Okay, 8 game-changing accounting moves for business. Now, I want to make sure that I'm not underselling the importance of grasping this idea. According to Forbes, 8 out of 10 businesses fail. 9 out of 10 startups fail. So you understand, overall, it's 8 out of 10 businesses are failing, though. Now, this is what's crazy. of the businesses that don't go out of business, almost 9 out of 10 of those businesses that are in existence are not profitable. So what this means is that if you are successful, you're like that 1 out of 100 guy. I mean, it is so rare. So I'm sure that you, Mr. Listener, are doing what you're supposed to do. But I'm just saying, having been a business coach for a long time, and helping clients really become successful, I've discovered that most business owners don't know how to do it. They just don't know. And people don't want to talk about their finances. They don't want to ask somebody, hey, how do I get ahead financially? Because it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to go, hey, Doug, Mr. Cubicle Buddy, Doug, I have a question. How do I get ahead financially? I'm 50, and I've got $4 saved. Now, I have enough, my paycheck comes in, and I have just enough every week to make it, and I make a lot of money. I mean, I'm making a lot of money. Doug, listen, we're making a lot of money. I mean, I'm making like, what, $100,000 a year? You're making $100,000 a year. We're making a lot of money, but I have like $4 saved. Because what you're going to do when you ask the question, you know that Doug's going to say, huh, you have $4. guys, look at this guy.
Craig here only has $4.
I'm going to pull up my online bank account and we'll compare. No, and you feel like people are going to make fun of you, and people kind of do. We have kind of a culture where people kind of make fun of people about these kind of things. So Here's the deal. I'm going to help you get to where you want to go financially.
Help us help you.
Right. So the next step, Chep, what's the next step?
Develop clear goals for your financial future. Step 4, develop clear goals for your financial future.
Now, the reason why you have to develop clear goals for your financial future is, again, because by default, most people don't do it. So I'm going to tell you my financial goals, Mr. Listener. If you could listen in here as I tell you mine, and then you could tell me yours. And it's kind of a rhetorical thing, so I don't know whether you're being honest or not, but I'll be honest with you. Okay, is that cool? Is that cool? Can we do this? Okay. So my goals, my financial goals, are to not have to work at all, and then to make everything else I do to be like bonus. So it's kind of like, say I'm playing football, and we're already up by 56 to like 7, So it's like the New England Patriots playing against your high school team. And we're up by 56 points at halftime.
Not my high school team, bro.
So what I want to do, though, is I want to run up the score. If I was a basketball coach and we were up by 50 points and we had 2 minutes left, I would still keep doing a full court press.
All threes. Three-pointers.
Because I enjoy winning, So as an example, like elephant in the room, just make sure the listeners get this, I pay myself, here we go, $96,000 a year from that company. 96. Well, why 96? Because it's $8,000 a month. What? Yeah, 96. Now, why are you saying that, Mr. Clay? Because that pays all of my expenses, like all of them. And then everything else I do, it's like bonus. And then when I get paid to think, and all those books on our bookshelf there, I read those books, and I have all the systems in my cranium, and I teach people how to grow their business for what comes out to $8.25 per hour. $8.25 an hour. And so the reason why I do that is because I want to make sure that the systems are affordable, right? And then I want everybody in my office, a goal that I have. Now, it's not saying that the goal is realized, but this is the goal I have, is I would like for everyone in our office to make $50 an hour as a result of working with our team. I call it golden handcuffs. So as we are beginning the process of helping many companies franchise, obviously people can look up and see brands that I've worked with that have scaled. I mean, OxyFresh has hundreds of locations. They sell a franchise every 3 to 4 days. They're big. OXI Fresh. Look them up. Number 1 in the world for the word carpet cleaning quotes. If you just type in carpet cleaning quotes, they're number 1 with 129,000 plus reviews. Look that up. Oxyfresh.com. So my goals, but I had to sit down because Elephant in the Room's been in existence for 6 years. You see what I'm saying? So I wanted just that business to make me $96,000. Now, for the sake of time, I'm not going to get into the other companies that I can do that with, that I do that with. But I would just say that's my goal. That's how I do it, And so I don't need the other ones to be successful at all. So what makes it really terrible to compete with me is that I can, and I always do, start off with having super low prices because it allows me to kick the legs out from under my competition. It's like the game Street Fighter back in the day where the guy constantly does the
Hadouken.
But there's a sneak move where if you go down low and you do this little kick, it's like it's impossible to stop it. In Mortal Kombat, that video game, you could not win against that move because you just stay down low and you just keep kicking. And it's like,
There's
stop.
no block. There's no block button.
Do you have any other moves? Because if you go low and you offer a no-brainer, you literally can't lose.
Right.
So that's a move. So all I would just say is I know my financial goals. So I'm asking you, what are your financial goals? And you have to know those goals because the business should exist to help you achieve those goals. Now, this is where it gets kind of crazy because this is where I don't think the listeners maybe are getting this because I'm not explaining this well enough. So I want to make sure that we all get this idea, okay? So what I do is per haircut, I just want to make sure we're getting this idea. Per haircut, I have to pay myself a certain amount to hit those goals. So I had to break it down into how much do I pay myself per haircut? Because if you don't do that, then what happens is now you're having an insincere goal. So I'm going to tell you that number. I pay myself $2.28 per haircut. Okay? Are we good?
Good.
So as we scale, I'm going to continue paying myself $2.28 per haircut. Are we getting this idea? So what if you do 10,000 haircuts a month? Well, then that would be significantly more money. But right now, because we're franchising, anything above $96,000, I put all of it back into the company. All of it.
Smart.
So if you go to eitrlounge.com, I'm going to pull that up real quick here, Chuck. Have you seen our new Contact Us button, Chuck?
Yeah, it looks really good.
So if you click on the Contact Us button, I got that thing looking sharp now.
Oh, yeah.
Finally feel good about that button. Oh, that button's
Look at
so
all those
good.
look at that.
And the About Us page now, look at the About Us page. It actually makes sense.
Oh, nice.
Oh, look at that. It's all there.
It's so handsome. Look at those guys.
So again, the only way that you are able to achieve success is if you know your goals. You got to have them written down. I have my goals written down, baby, because I want to achieve those goals. So again, you have to know those goals. Now, here's where I see a lot of people getting it wrong. You don't have the goals written down. You just don't have them written down. So what you got to do is you got to sit down and write those goals down. So I want you to write down your goals for the following 6 areas of your life. Faith, family. Shep put this on the show. I want to put this on the show notes. Faith, family, finances, fitness, friendship, and fun. That's faith, family, finances, fitness, friendship, and fun. That's what you got to do. And when you write down all of those goals, you put all those goals down. Now, after you've done that, I want you to write down next to each goal, how much does it cost per week to achieve those goals? You know, so if you want to take your kids to church and you live like 20 miles away from church, you know, and the fuel prices are $2.50 a gallon, and you figure out that typically costs about 50 cents a mile to drive a car. I just want to throw that out there. That's typically what it comes out to, maintenance and car payments and whatever. So you'd figure out, okay, it's basically $20 a week to go to church, to drive there, to get there and back. Okay, cool. So then you say, I need to have at least $20 a week I earn so I can afford to drive to church. Then let's move on to our next goal. Family. I mean, my kids do cheerleading. Now, my wife is probably the most competitive, hottest mom in the world. She is so competitive and so hot. So hot.
My wife's more competitive and more hot, bro.
You know what, Chuck? I want to tell you something. I would never argue with you on a radio show about the hotness of our wives, because what's going to happen is eventually somebody will lose this discussion, this debate, by using, we use empirical data and facts, and I don't want to have that discussion because I don't either want to get very mad with you or very mad with me. But I can say this: I'm going to shame you on the radio show for even having brought up that debate. I shame you now. So
I feel that shame. Actually,
okay, yeah, you should feel that shame.
I wear it well.
You're a terrible man. You're a terrible person. So in between the breaks, we will arm wrestle. But here's the thing: I want to make sure we get this. You got to write down what does it cost you every week to achieve those goals, because our cheerleading turns out Mr. Rusty, the cheer coach, he's charging us like a doctor. Mr. Rusty, you little entrepreneur, you. And he's doing a great job. I like Rusty. He's a great guy.
I've seen the flips they're doing.
Great coach. The kids are getting good. Now, again, if you're out there listening and you say, "Gosh, I want to cut some costs. I want to bring my costs down a little bit," I would encourage you to go to onyximaging.com. That's ONYX imaging.com. Their phone number is 918-627-6611. Again, they're going to help you reduce your costs on your printing supplies. They're going to help you reduce your costs on your office supplies. They'll deliver the stuff to your office.
Right.
Check them out again today at onyximaging.com. ONYX imaging.com. Schedule a free consultation. They'll save you money on your printing and office supplies. Stay tuned.